Hello everybody! Do you know what Disney loves the most? Princesses. Okay, yeah, but also money. Also, yes, but I was looking for dead parents. Okay, yes, but also Disney seems to love fake deaths. You know, I thought Disney's #1 love was dead parents. I mean, come on, let's see how many Disney characters have dead parents. Cinderella, Snow White, Tarzan, Bambi, Simba, Elsa and Anna, Iron Man, and there was a theory / rumor / maybe the truth that Andy's dad from Toy Story was dead, and that's just to name a few. But somewhere over the last few years, Disney traded in its love for dead parents for fake-out deaths. Why their two loves both have to do with death, I don't know. But I think it started off as more of a Marvel thing. You know, with Agent Coulson, and Nick Fury, and Groot, and Loki, and again, Loki. And then Infinity War and Endgame were just one big fake-out death. Then you'll notice that the whole fake-out death tactic moved on to other franchises of Disney. Like Star Wars, with Princess Leia, and Chewbacca, and C-3PO, and they even made this scene a fake-out death. Then with Frozen, you got Anna, and then in Frozen 2, you got Elsa and Olaf, aka Princess Anna, I Don't Feel So Good. Big Hero 6, you got Professor Callahan and Baymax. Honestly, at this point, I am not convinced that Tadashi is actually dead. Actually, in Big Hero 6, the series, they did a fake-out death for him, but I'm still hoping they make a sequel with Tadashi in it. Maybe he'll be Sunfire. Actually, John Negroni, also the creator of the Pixar theory, came up with the theory that Tadashi will come back in the sequel, possibly called Big Hero 7, as Sunfire. I'll put the link to that theory in the description. And Soul looks like it's going to be a movie about a fake-out death. Actually, I have a theory about Soul. If you don't know, Soul is a Pixar movie coming out later this year. Unless, of course, it gets coronavirus, like a ton of other movies this year. But anyway, Soul is about a music teacher and musician named Joe Gardner who gets everything he's ever wanted and then dies. Pixar movies are for kids. So the whole movie is him going on a journey to come back to life. And while on this journey, he meets an infant soul named 22. I'm feeling 22. Sorry. And 22 has heard all about Earth and doesn't want anything to do with it. So she doesn't want to go to Earth and be born. So you got Joe Gardner, who's afraid of death, and 22, who's afraid of life. My theory is that the movie's gonna end with him actually dying. Which is like, what is this, Infinity War? The protagonist is gonna lose? But the way it's gonna work is that we're gonna find out that 22 is actually his daughter. And he doesn't know that his wife is pregnant until he goes on this journey. And also, while on the journey, he tells 22 about his life, and gets her to want to go to Earth and be born. So at the end of the movie, he accepts death, she accepts life, and she achieves what his dreams were. Now, I'm honestly kind of afraid that a Pixar executive is going to see this video, because I may have unintentionally leaked the entire plot of Soul. Now, who am I kidding? I don't have enough subscribers or get enough views for a Pixar executive to see this video. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Disney and fake-out deaths. Now, the problem with all these fake-out deaths is that they've become very predictable and not believable. Like, when I saw Chewbacca's death in Rise of Skywalker, I immediately started waiting for the scene where we find out that Chewbacca is still alive. When I saw Frozen 2 and saw Elsa and Olaf's deaths, I knew they were gonna come back. Honestly, the last one that was actually believable was Princess Leia in The Last Jedi, which is what made it so annoying when it was revealed to be a fake-out death. Disney really needs to stop these fake-out deaths, because when characters do end up dying, it's less impactful. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if 5 years from now they had Iron Man and Black Widow back in the MCU. And I don't mean in prequels. I mean, like, actually. They say that they come back to life, or that they didn't die, or something like that. Also, most of the fake-out deaths that they do are aimless. I mean, Professor Callahan in Big Hero 6 was fine because it was believable, and it added to the plot in a good way. But Princess Leia in The Last Jedi, I mean, yeah, that was believable, but it wasn't integral to the plot. I mean, I guess you had to have her come back to life so she could bring Kylo Ren or Ben Solo back to the light later. But the actual death didn't need to happen. The actual fake death, you know what I mean. And Chewbacca in The Rise of Skywalker, that wasn't believable or important to the plot. I mean, was it supposed to give them a motive to finish the mission, which they were already doing? Like, didn't they already have a motive to save the galaxy and to stop Palpatine? Or was it so Rey would go to Kylo Ren's ship and find out that she's a Palpatine? which couldn't have been achieved by Chewbacca just being captured or some other way? Or is it to show Rey's Force lightning powers to foreshadow her being a Palpatine, which couldn't have been achieved some other way? And then Palpatine being alive. One, it actually hurts the plot. Okay, it was believable, but it ruins Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker's big moment. Like, it's supposed to be Darth Vader becoming Anakin Skywalker again by defeating his master Darth Sidious, aka Sheev Palpatine. I'm sorry, but can we just talk about how his first name is Sheev? Like, I imagine the same guy that named him Sheev Palpatine is also the guy that came up with Sheldon Plankton. Sheev Palpatine. Sheldon Plankton. Sheev Palpatine, Sheldon Plankton. Sheev Palpatine, Sheldon Plankton. Oh my god! And in Frozen 2, I mean, yeah, it was cool and all to see Elsa become Gandalf. But honestly, I would have rather have seen them take the risk and actually kill Elsa. Or just don't kill her off at all, real or fake. I mean, that's cool also. Wait, no, it's actually cold. The cold will never bother me anyway. But Avengers Infinity War is actually an exception to the rule. Because even though it wasn't believable, it was completely integral to the plot. I mean, I don't think anybody left the theater after seeing Infinity War thinking that all the characters that dusted were gonna stay dead. But you needed to have half the universe die in order to have Steve and Tony get back together.
Me too.
And to show that united we stand and divided we fall. I guess the point is just that Disney needs to stop with these fake deaths, unless of course it's Infinity War. It's getting kinda annoying and it's losing its effect. And when real deaths happen, real fictional deaths, it takes some of the emotion out of it. Like if they do ever bring back Iron Man and Black Widow, the crowd will say, I knew it, instead of, well...
No. It's not true. That's impossible!
Anyway, Disney, please stop doing fake deaths, and that's a wrap.